The 2008 financial crisis caused many people to lose faith in traditional financial institutions. This was also the foundation of BTC. With the largest bank failure in the U.S. financial industry since 2008, the Silicon Valley Bank quickly caught the attention of regulatory agencies. What will this crisis bring? Can Cult DAO become the Noah's Ark to get through this crisis, or the spiritual support for many changing and impoverished people? On Friday morning, March 10, there was news that a large number of personnel from the U.S. regulatory agency were dispatched to visit Silicon Valley Bank to assess its asset status. Shortly thereafter, news came out that the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation closed down Silicon Valley Bank and designated the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, as the receiver to intervene in subsequent deposit insurance matters. The FDIC then created the Santa Clara Deposit Insurance National Bank, which now holds Silicon Valley Bank's preserved deposits, and the FDIC has appointed auditors. Silicon Valley Bank became the first insured bank institution to collapse in the United States in 2023. The reason announced by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation for taking over was that Silicon Valley Bank was illiquid and insolvent. This is also the second regional bank in the United States to fall into crisis this week, with Silvergate Capital Corp. announcing voluntary liquidation of its banking business, triggering bank stock sales and market concerns about more institutions may collapse. Silicon Valley Bank once held about $209 billion in assets, including about $175.4 billion in deposits, and the FDIC will protect insured deposits. FDIC standard insurance provides up to $250,000 in insurance per depositor per bank. It is not yet clear how the closure of Silicon Valley Bank will affect the company's large customers. Greg Becker, CEO of Silicon Valley Bank, said insured depositors could get their funds by no later than Monday morning. Uninsured depositors will receive a takeover certificate for the remaining amount of their uninsured funds, but the relevant amount is currently unclear. Saul Omarova, a law professor at Cornell University, said that the FDIC takeover would end the uncertainty surrounding the bank. Bank runs and psychology are closely related. For the time being, it is very reasonable to feel nervous. Silicon Valley Bank once said that the bank was born in 1983 due to a card game between Bill Biggerstaff and Robert Medeiros. Since then, Silicon Valley Bank has been focused on providing financial services to technology startups. The panic caused by the liquidity crisis of Silicon Valley Bank has spread in the financial industry. The mother company of Silicon Valley Bank, SVB Financial, fell as much as 68% in early trading on Friday, and was suspended around 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. Later, Nasdaq said that it had suspended the trading of Silicon Valley Bank Financial Group's stocks, and Silicon Valley Bank will remain suspended until it meets the requirements for providing more information. The emergence and development of the cryptocurrency market is a challenge to the traditional banking system. The decentralized and more transparent nature of cryptocurrencies has attracted many people, especially during the financial crisis. However, the cryptocurrency market also faces some challenges, such as market volatility and lack of regulation, which may bring more risks to investors. Although cryptocurrencies may be a safer choice, they are not completely risk-free. The current financial crisis may prompt more people to consider using cryptocurrencies to protect their assets. On the other hand, the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank may become a wake-up call for the traditional financial industry, prompting them to evaluate their own stability and consider implementing reforms to better serve customers. This may lead to a more competitive market, with traditional and digital financial systems competing for consumer trust and loyalty. The collapse of traditional financial institutions also requires us to consider deeper issues. We need to re-examine the nature and purpose of the financial system to achieve a more just and sustainable financial development. The collapse of traditional financial institutions is not an accident, but the result of deep-rooted problems in the financial system. We need to reflect deeply on and reform on the basis of this crisis to ensure that the financial system can better serve the interests of the people. As an emerging financial system, Cult DAO also needs to play a role in this crisis. It needs to fill the gap left by the collapse of traditional financial institutions and become a new financial system that people trust and rely on. Cult DAO needs to constantly innovate and improve to meet people's demand for a more just and transparent financial system. Only in this way can it occupy an important position in the future financial system and provide better services and guarantees for people. This crisis may also become a catalyst for changes in the traditional financial industry, prompting new and more innovative financial systems to emerge in the future, and Cult DAO is the future.